Our mission is to improve health,
advance knowledge,
and inspire hope.
Our vision is to be the trusted leader in healthcare
through outstanding quality
and unparalleled patient experience,
innovative care delivery,
and our commitment to the community.
Our values are caring for our patients,
their loved ones, and each other through
excellence. We strive to achieve excellence in all that we do.
Safety.
We hold each other accountable
to constantly improve a culture
that ensures the safety and welfare
of all patients, visitors, and staff.
Integrity.
Our decisions, actions, and behaviors are based on honesty,
trust, fairness,
and the highest ethical standards.
Diversity.
We embrace differences among people.
Teamwork.
We have to depend on each other
and work well together with mutual respect
to achieve common goals.
From 1914, as Mary Elizabeth Hospital, to today, Duke Raleigh's hospital team has remained our biggest strength. As part of Duke Medicine, we have some of the best and brightest minds and most compassionate and dedicated hearts. Our team delivers cutting-edge care and offers access to research and clinical trials that are only available through a world-class healthcare system. It's truly an exciting time to be part of Duke Raleigh and a definitive time for our organization. That is why our team has worked together to redefine who we are at Duke Raleigh. Founded on our health system values, Duke Raleigh's new mission and vision clearly describe our purpose and chart our path for the future. Improving the health of our community is part of our heritage as a community hospital. We seek to advance knowledge among our clinical teams through continuing education and professional development, but also among our patients and their loved ones through patient education initiatives. And we all fundamentally seek to inspire hope in all of our patients, their loved ones, and each other. Our oncology team works tirelessly to inspire hope in often scary and difficult situations, as they did for one patient, Jessica Vivona and her family.
My husband and I have 2 little girls, so it's awesome. I love them. Jessica is a bubbly, wonderful, active young mother, and for her, taking a Tylenol and going to the doctor once a year was plenty of the healthcare system for her. One day I was talking on the phone with my sister, and I happened to have my arm up in the position where you're supposed to do the breast exam. So I did, and I felt a lump. Within 2 weeks of finding the lump, I knew I had cancer, stage 2 cancer.
Stage 2 means that the mass is bigger than 2 centimeters. And then on her x-rays, there was a question of whether or not she might even have a lymph node involved. If cancer's in the lymph node, that makes us worried it could be somewhere else. And she was very concerned about 2 things. One was potentially losing her breast, and the other one was potentially losing the chance for further children. Have you had any chance to think about what you want to do about the lump in your breast?
I am going to do a lumpectomy.
You're going to do a lumpectomy. She's 33, and you're thinking, you know, can I get her from 33 to 83?
She was just very confident. She knew what had to be done, and she had a plan on how to do it.
And the next step was surgery.
She said they were going to remove the lump, and they were going to remove 2 lymph nodes and test them for cancer.
Every time I come to the OR, I think that I come in with the idea that I have to hit a home run. I always stand by the patient and have my hand on their arm while they're going to sleep. It's just part of having a personal connection with the patient. When I took out the sentinel nodes, I send them off to the pathologist, and they actually looked at them while she was asleep. They call back on the telephone.
Right breast node number 1, 2, and 3 are negative for malignancy.
I was very excited. Everyone was excited about that.
Goodness. Oh my God, that's really good. That is so great for her.
From the OR, she goes to the recovery room, and then from the recovery room to the floor. And then all of us together map out a plan for what else needed to be done.
There are 3 components of
almost every woman's care that includes surgery, a medical oncologist, and radiation oncology. All patients are not treated the same. We are clearly tailoring a pathway of treatment for that individual.
After the surgery, Jessica got chemotherapy and then radiation therapy. The chemotherapy was to try to prevent the cancer from coming back anywhere else in her body.
Jess at first, like many other patients, clearly did not want to receive chemotherapy and gave me great pushback, and I needed to win her over in that process, but I also needed to allow her to push me back so that I could bring her forward.
She wasn't quite ready to hear all the specific facts about her treatment options. I knew that I was going to be right there with her, supporting her, picking her up, lifting her up, providing encouragement every step along the way.
The side effects from the chemotherapy caused fevers and horrible mouth sores. My fever shot up to 102.5, and at that point, I kind of figured we were gonna go to the hospital, and we did. I got a severe stomach cramp, and a nurse named Anna Mary came in.
Are you having pain?
I was crying, and she just gave me a hug.
They come here facing their mortality, many of them. And they're scared. It's that little personal touch that says, somebody cares about me. I also have a daughter that's a breast cancer survivor. And so I want to treat them the way I want her to be treated.
She wasn't afraid to touch me. She wasn't afraid to, to comfort me. And that's exactly what I needed at that very moment. I felt like one of their family members.
I went into her room and I sat down. I said, here's your little goodie bag to help you get through this hospitalization. Okay, so this is for decorating your home when you feel better and you're all done with all your treatments.
Thank you. Sandy has felt like a sister to me the entire time. Every step of the way, she's been there. He says, we have to try again.
Can I propose at least that we switch chemotherapies, find something that hopefully you'll tolerate better? In order to get Jess's acceptance of this treatment plan, she needed access to me. So if things develop, she needs to know that I'm available to her. So she had both my email address and my cell phone number so that she knew that she could reach me if she had any concerns.
Everything Dr. Spiritos has done has been in my best interest to keep the cancer away and to keep it from coming back. After that second chemo, I had gotten the idea that chemo isn't to hurt me, it's to save my life.
What we want is a cured patient.
I had to do radiation after the surgery because I chose a lumpectomy instead of a mastectomy.
That was a 5-week course of treatment. It's going to decrease the risk of that cancer coming back in your breast. It's going to help you keep your breast. It is going to improve your survival from your breast cancer.
I danced down the hallway after I had my last radiation treatment. They were able to treat my cancer. I was done.
Partly education, part cheerleader, part friend, part resource, but all of that is to get her through her journey. She is the team. That's the reason I exist. That's the reason Dr. Hanna and Dr. Tolnich exist, is to support her and help her.
Over the course of my career, I have treated almost 30,000 women with breast cancer. I like the idea that I can help other women get through this and go about their normal lives and live a full life.
I am going to be cancer-free, and life is good. And they treated me as a person besides my cancer, and I came through the other side. They were all wonderful, and they were all so friendly, and they're saving lives every day.
Oh, that's so cool.
Our vision charts the future for Duke Raleigh. It is my hope that Duke Raleigh's vision is a point of reference for all of us as we work together to care for our patients each day. An unparalleled patient experience starts with providing care for our patients close to where they live. Duke Raleigh is already more than a hospital. We're a complete healthcare delivery system. Beyond access, we're working towards a future where our patients can easily maneuver the entire healthcare landscape with concierge-level service. While a hospital stay will never feel like a vacation, we can create a hospital that feels like a hotel. We're not just providing healthcare, we're rolling out a red carpet. For 8 decades, Duke has been at the forefront of speeding the path of discovery, from laboratory to human application. Duke scientists and physicians collaborate to find cures. And their work is never ending. At Duke Raleigh, we will continue to seek innovative care delivery through clinical trials and through access to the latest treatment options in areas such as neurosciences. Nationally recognized neurosurgeon Dr. Ali Zamrodi is part of the team who delivers advanced neurosurgical care to help patients from all over the world right here at Duke Raleigh. Dr. Zamrodi and the Duke Raleigh team recently changed the life of one local girl, Sydney McCann, when the peripheral vision in her left eye suddenly went dark.
Softball has been my whole life. I want to play softball in college.
Sydney was playing in a travel softball tournament, and after her first game, she came to me and said that she couldn't see out of her left eye.
I want to say it was kind of like tunnel vision almost, but just on my left side.
Sydney had a tumor on her pituitary gland. We were scared. It's something that we, weren't really prepared for at all. I just said, no, we can't wait. She's losing her vision. We were concerned this child was going to go blind.
Not being able to play was the hardest thing for me. But I wanted it removed as fast as it could because, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't drive, I couldn't do anything.
So the pituitary gland is a group of cells which basically control the hormone activity throughout the body, especially in an adolescent woman. There are cyclical changes in its size. But in Sydney's case, what was happening is the gland was so big that it was putting pressure on the nerves to the back of her eyes. That pressure was causing those nerves to stop working properly, which was causing her to go blind. And so when I see a problem like this, I'm very confident and very comfortable that me and my team can take care of the problem very definitively and easily with low morbidity for the patient.
Jay and I sat there and we just both had just a sense of peace with Dr. Zamrodi. We knew we were where we needed to be. Once we met with him, it was about 7 days, and they did her surgery.
When we got here, it hit me. I was just really, really nervous. I was like, well, what if I don't get to play softball again? What if this was the end of it?
Every time when we start an operation, I let everybody in the room know exactly what's at stake. We're operating on a young, healthy woman who's going to be blind if we don't do this for her. We're all working as sort of a single mind, which is a beautiful thing when you're doing surgery on something so delicate as the brain. This operation is different than typical brain surgery because we actually use a corridor through the nose to get to the pituitary gland. For this particular case, I teamed up with Dr. Ramakrishna, who is an ENT surgeon. And it's actually a very unique opportunity that we have here at Duke Raleigh Hospital, where physicians from Duke can team up with physicians from the community to do novel things. The surgery took close to 3 hours. It's hard to know for sure that the vision will come back once you remove the tumor.
We're just praying that everything is going to go well. Dr. Zamrodi actually came out himself. He felt really good with the surgery, and he wanted us to be able to go put our eyes on Sydney.
So we'll have to wait and see after she's awake, and we can really examine her to see if she's actually gotten any of her vision back.
I met Sydney in the recovery room. She was sleepy initially.
When I shined the light and I could see her pupil reacting, I said, okay, so she's got some vision. We've salvaged something for her.
During her neuro exam, she realized, hey, I can see this, I can see that.
I could see everything that I could see before I lost my vision. All we could do was smile.
Wow, you literally feel, a few feet taller and a whole lot lighter because you're on top of the world. For her to be normal immediately upon waking up was beyond my wildest dreams.
I have been blessed to be given the opportunity to be an intensive care nurse here at Duke Raleigh. Anytime a doctor goes into the brain to do any kind of surgery, you're going to be worried about swelling post-operatively, and with that can come these slight neurological changes that can be life-changing for a long time.
I was very anxious. I still was very scared, even though she was out of surgery and everything was looking good. We've never been in this situation before, especially in an ICU with your child.
I can see their worry, I understand their worry. I'm a mom too, I get it. We treat the whole family. We don't just treat the patient.
They made us feel like that they really were considering us part of their family. I mean, we really felt that closeness.
It really is a team effort. As a physical therapist, our goals are obviously to get people moving as quickly as possible. We want to just do a gross assessment of, how are they coming out of surgery? Do they have any new deficits? And she just did everything I asked her to do. She walked around the ICU.
I was like running and she was still like, Sydney, slow down.
And when we came back to the room, she's like, she's good. You can call me if you need me, but I think we're done.
When I got to the ICU, I was really hungry. And I was like, well, can I have like a cheeseburger? And I begged my nurse.
And I've never honestly had anyone tell me straight post-operatively that they wanted a cheeseburger. I made her wait a while. Of course, the speech therapist came and did her evaluation and passed her to make sure her swallowing was safe. It seems like it's just a little trivial something, but more than anything, I gave her a promise.
Would you like a cheeseburger?
Thank you. I wasn't going to go home that night until I made sure she was going to have what she wanted to eat.
And she finally gave it to me and I ate it and I just felt so good because that's all I wanted. They went over and beyond what I needed and I couldn't thank them enough for that.
She was cleared by physical therapy, she was cleared by occupational therapy. She didn't have a whole lot of needs. She looked like a normal teenager, didn't look like she'd had endoscopic intranasal surgery. We're like, she's ready to go home. That's a great reward to us.
Duke Raleigh, they were awesome to me.
This place was unbelievable. We couldn't have asked for better care for Sydney and us. We trusted them all. We really did.
There was a part of the world which she had absolutely zero vision, couldn't see anything. We all came together to be able to put this young athlete back on the playing field and to restore her to a normal life. And that feels phenomenal.
Duke Raleigh will always maintain our commitment to our community. From partnerships with organizations like Alliance Medical Ministries and Urban Ministries, to our collaborations with a number of local businesses, we are only stronger when we work together. I'm proud to be part of our team, and I'm grateful for the commitment of our talented staff. Together, we can lead the way in defining the future of healthcare. Together, we are Duke Raleigh.